Let's start the show then. Woo! Oh yeah, I don't need to be on this page. I already got it. It's in my library. Sorry. I'll stop that. I'll stop it. We're just having a nice, relaxed chill out in Unreal 5. It's booted Steam VR already. Thank you so much. Thank you. Why? Why does Epic Games think that everyone is instantly going to be making VR games? I understand. VR games pretty hype right now. VR games pretty fun. And VR in and of itself is a great concept. So I can open any of these projects in Unreal Engine 5. So can I open Bubblemint in Unreal Engine 5? I don't want to open it if it's going to break it. Open a copy. What is that noise? My PC is not making a friendly noise there. I think it's a hard drive. I guess it's this. Or it could be OBS, who knows. All you kids, the SSDs, the hard drives, don't know the unluxury of listening to 100 fucking aluminium platters. What even fucking noise is it? It's like a... It's I don't want to say it's a square wave. The waveform is square-ish, but it's not. It's a low frequency square wave, isn't it? It's like it's more percussive than tonal. Kind of sounds like boiling water. It's already downloaded, but okay. Okay, it should be downloaded. Already hit our first hitch. Our first speed bump. What is going on here? Has the world fucking imploded? Thank you. Why is it running so slowly? Literally, what is going on? Why did I download those? Ah. Ah, ha, ha. Ah, ha, ha. That's a stumbling block. Okay. Right. That is a stumbling block. Unreal Engine 5 is not Unreal Engine 4.25 or 4.26. In fact, we could probably get rid of 4.25, I think. I didn't know you could import assets from something's going on here. Epic Web Helper. Bar Raider. Galaxy. I understand the problem. If we close maybe the Epic Game Store, and maybe we open the Epic Game Store again. Hey, we didn't check if there was anything free on the marketplace. Oh. My headset's connected, but it's not turned on. It's like actually off at the plug. Job. EN to native European Dutch. Wow. Lordy, if I get an email from my language pair, I'd be laughing, surely. Let me tell you how often I get an email from my language pair. Never. Boy, it's been 4 years since I did any translation work. Maybe I should do translation on stream. Would you all watch would you all watch a blurred text document screen because it's obviously copyrighted information, and the display of copyrighted published information on Twitch is against the TOS? Hey Visual Studio, didn't expect to see you today. My arm's feeling a little bit funky. I don't know. It doesn't hurt. It just feels a bit weird in the shoulder. What is this temporal shit? I can see it. Can you see it? I didn't notice this the first time, but what is this? Oy, 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 oy. Like, it's obviously bounce lighting, right? But it's so bad. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, I get it. Doing real-time bounce sliding is probably really difficult, really hard on the processor. But yo, you cannot have it shimmer, bro. Where are the settings? Where are this? I'm gonna need a fucking Google page open the whole time to do this. I mean, yeah, it looks like Unreal. I think the reflections are slightly nicer, and that weird, like dynamically recalculated bounce lighting is just putting me off. See what I mean? I can't. Oh, I see an EU up and down. Project file is out of date. Would you like to update it? Can I? Okay. Visual Studio still open? C#? And version 16 is downloaded and ready to install. Thank you. Good. Oh wow. Okay. That's whew. So my Microsoft account is tied to an extremely old Yahoo email address. Which you probably saw there. I don't really care. You can you can have that email address, buddy. I don't check it. It doesn't forward to anywhere. It's probably been closed by Yahoo, to be fair. But I changed my email address on my Microsoft account. But it has and I'm like, this is my primary email address. Microsoft, stop using the Yahoo one. And they're like, yeah, good, got it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah, we've updated that information on our database. You can log in using that email address. And I'm like, no, no. Primary email address. They're like, yeah, problem with that, buddy. Your primary email address is a Yahoo account, and this is not a Yahoo account. This is a Microsoft account we're trying to deal with here. You understand where we're coming from? And I'm like, no, I do not understand where you're coming from. They will not update my default email address. I can log in with my other email address, but I can't set it as the default. And the default has remained the same email address since like 2003. Which is a long time ago, almost 20 years. Yeah. Wow, I feel old now. I remember playing Halo 2, sat on a couch with a free Xbox Live Gold ticket. Make your Xbox Live account, you got, what was it, 3 months? 3 months free Xbox Live Gold? And my friends just wanted to play, so I made an account like real fast. It was like right when the 360 launched. Or when Halo 2 came out. It was a launch title, wasn't it? Halo 2 came out on the PC as well, but only for Windows Vista? And it was really contentious because at the time Vista was despised. By the whole world. Anyway, so we have a content drawer here. Press Control Space to bring it up. It's kind of cool. But you can also have a dockable content browser, just like Unreal 4. That's nice. The console is always active. So all right. Hot damn. You know what I mean? Like it's like a ticklish feeling. You know when you get past the skin nerve layer and you kind of prodding around, like if you've got like a cut, you know, there's the nerves on the surface and then there's just some flesh with no nerves in it, and if you poke that, it kind of just feels ticklish. It's kind of like that, but it's inside my shoulder, like directly inside. Not in the shoulder joint, but like at the top of the what? Look, I know I have a book on the human biology for surgeons, but like I haven't read it. I don't actually technically own it. The only thing I remember are the hand bones, maybe the foot bones. But yeah, so the shoulder's made out of three things, right? The arm that goes into the socket, and the plate goes over the top of the socket. And like the plate has like a little swoop, or is it the arm that goes in? I'm trying to remember what a fucking shoulder bone looks like now. I want to say scapula, but that's the knee, isn't it? It's like the back of the end of the arm. There's like a little, is it fatigued or something? I don't know. Sphere reflection capture. So it looks like everything's pretty much exactly the same as it was in UE4. Oh, we have starter content. No starter Niagara. Excuse me. Oh, did I tell you? So I ordered a set of dice from a dodgy web store, and all that came was this weird, very badly cast brass D20. But I filed a claim with PayPal, and PayPal decided that they were actually running fraudulent activity, even though they tried to persuade me that they were not. I got a full refund. But I also get to keep the die, the unlucky 20. I might give it away. I might keep it as a meme. But it's just a regular old tumble number D20. Horribly cast in weathered brass. It's very heavy. Like as far as D20s go. Rolls well though. I have a friend who bought some metal dice. And I watched him roll them. They did not roll very well. This doesn't do too bad. Anyway, just imagine like hammered brass. The edges are like distressed, so they're lighter in the edges. But all the numbers are infilled with like a low pigment 1980s Warhammer Goblin green. It's a horrible aesthetic, and I hate the dice. What I actually wanted to buy was a set of pixels, luminous dice. Dynamic input script, effect type, emitter, system, parameter collection. New system from selected emitters. Empty system. New system from template. Simple explosion. Let me rename it now. So it looks like Unreal Engine 5 is pretty much just Unreal Engine 4 with a new rendering backend for the physics, for the it's a particle system, what do you expect? So basically all the content that you can use in UE4 is going to work fine in UE5, maybe. All the plugins that were written in C++ for UE4 don't work. They can't work. That's just how it be. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, can we, where's the filters? Other filters. Show redirectors. New folder. Starter content, game content. No redirector. Interesting. It is kind of nice to have a bigger viewport. I'm probably going to get used to that, but at the same time, putting things in the level from a content browser, this is probably going to end up being a multi-monitor kind of application, isn't it? Which kind of sucks, because if I do a lot of game dev on stream, you'll won't see what I'm doing unless I do what Mika did. Spend half an hour coding a C++ scene switcher, which tracks the mouse. I watched him do it as well. It was amazing. Because he uses Streamlabs, right? So OBS already has a plugin for... Oh yeah, wait, what? It has automatic scene switcher, and you can configure that to capture the mouse position, I think. I watched a tutorial on it a long time ago, and I never implemented it, because I usually only use the one screen for the stream. It makes sense, because I have a screen for chat and a screen for the feedback. You know how this works? A lefty, righty, backy, 40. What's this? Reflection capture. Okay. I like I like the billboards. The billboards are nice and clean. They're higher res, aren't they? So I guess it makes sense that they're nice and clean. It's a lot more contrast. The way it looks is appealing. I guess we should probably try and make something in it though. Player character, and then blueprint class, player controller. This is PC game controller, and blueprint class character. BP main character. I don't know about this. Get that front and center. I just don't know about that. What are the options for this? If anyone knows, does anyone know? Oh. Hey man, temporal anti-aliasing can get real janky sometimes. If we... hello. Window. Where's project settings? We've got world settings. Yeah, UE4 classic layout. Editor preferences, which we can dock there. Project settings, which we can dock there. Oh, I guess we should dock them before, yeah. So editor preferences. Frames. Frame rate. Show frame rate in memory. Okay, project settings. Anti-aliasing. Okay. So it's really weird. So this is the kind of noise that you'd get with like ray tracing. Like you usually use anti-aliasing to get rid of this noise, right? Or you use a noise reduction algorithm. NVIDIA's is really interesting. If you is it worth looking at it right now? I can just boot it up. It will chunk the stream. It will absolutely destroy the stream. Absolutely, yes. But like a lot of the technology behind the RTX cards, yeah, no, that's really weird. Where are like is it Lumen that does the lighting now? Ray traced. Use lumen refractions instead. Okay. No reflections. Lumen. Oh, lumen is ray tracing. Okay. I don't think you can change anti-aliasing on the fly. That's really interesting. Engine rendering. Okay, let's just go to it. Okay. Plugins. Get out. Oh, we're back. Hey, everybody. I mean, that definitely looks better. Does it look more accurate? Who can tell? You can hold L and no way. You can no longer hold L and click to put a point light? No. Where do I put keyboard shortcuts? No. No, it's gone. It's gone. It's dead. It's fun. Not gonna lie, even if it isn't accurate, it looks pretty fucking nice, doesn't it? A bit grainy. It's a bit grainy. But those real-time shadows, it's something nice to behold, isn't it? even with the bump map stuff on the geometry on the chair, that's really nice. This is the kind of thing that you can do. Like if you were making a horror game, you could have the lamp just like swinging in the breeze. It could be a physics asset, and then it would just give like the room that tiny bit of uneasiness, you know? Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. And the shadows are blended. Oh, check it out. We getting that? Are we getting that double shadow? I'm guessing. Who make the WWE games? Who makes the WWE games these days? I bet you they're really happy about this. Big memes. Very funny. Oh no! Huge sneezes. It's a little bit crunchy. A little bit crunchy in some places, but it runs surprisingly well, considering it's ray tracing, right? I guess it's not something you're gonna notice if you're moving, right? Because you're gonna be like, "Woo, I'm moving," and everything. The quality gets shafted. You get motion blur, then the TAA can kick in. But when you're stationary, oh god, the edge of the fucking screen. It's just you know what? Let's make some material cubes. Let's good to see there's still Z fighting. Imagine if they deleted Z fighting from video game engines. You'd probably be like looking at creating world peace. Game content, folder, cubers, folder, materials, material, cuber, badoober. What does the material editor look like these days? Oh, look, it looks exactly the same as UE4. Base color, metallic, specular roughness, and isotropy. Determines the extent of specular highlight stretched along the tangent, and isotropy from 0 1 results in a specular highlight that stretches from uniform to maximally stretched along the tangent direction. Uh, the custom mesh is no longer a teapot. It is a brick. Have I been spelling a missive wrong my whole life? So I used to scale the amount of specularity on non-metallic surfaces, and the value is between 0 and 1. Default at 0.5. Default value can be like a pink. Why not? Color is gonna be like a mauve. You don't need that open anymore. I wish it wouldn't auto hide. I think is my I wish it wouldn't. I wish it wouldn't like auto hide the thing. Um, I don't know. I'm just having fun. Nothing really has changed in this location of the Unreal Engine. I like those funny Epic Games boys when they said, "You only ever really want the metallic to be 0 or 1. Anything else is gonna look like some kind of weird space plastic." That's what he said, full quote. Obviously not with the weird accent, but full quote what he said. It was the introduction to material assets for 4.3, I think, like from 2016. Very old video now. I'm sure the public opinion on space plastics has changed as well. I mean, they actually probably really liked space plastics when that video came out, and now they probably really hate them, but they think they're a cool aesthetic. That's probably where we are. Anyway, like there's very little procession to this, isn't there? Which is a shame. I don't know. I don't really even know what I'm doing. There he is, though. Floating around at the speed of sound. Big slam. I don't really have anything to compare it to, but yeah, I don't remember Unreal Engine 4 having any of that glorious bounce lighting. That's just what we're gonna have to refer to it as. So let's just drag off a few of these. there are collisions. Whoops. Let's space them out a bit. Brittle. Now we've got a spaced little grid of cubey boys. Oh, hello! Are you seeing that? We'll leave that one as a basic, yeah. No, we won't. We'll leave that one as a basic. I'm gonna set that one to the glowy one. We'll set that one. Also, now we get to have a look at what we've created. That seems to be like a little bit of a fleckling, but it's just the grain of the ray tracing, right? Oh, we had two default colors next to each other. I'm enjoying the emissive as static lighting. Is it even static lighting? Can it be dynamic? I'm enjoying it. It's alright. It's a game engine, isn't it? What do you want me to say? And you can see that even though the green box is completely off screen now, the yellow box here is lit by the green box. And the green box doesn't even have a light in it. This is opening up some possibilities for stuff. We don't have to use a whole bunch of point lights on shit anymore that we just want to be emissive, but want to have like a little glow on them as they move to have a point light. Pretty glowy too. You can see the light from that green box is underneath the shadow of this red box. It's pretty nifty. Looking at this very rough blue box here. Why is he so rough? Why isn't he receiving any lighting information from the green cube? I guess diagonal, I think it might be hard. Yeah, I don't think this one is either. It's fine, I guess. Okay, it's taking light from the point lights. Very, very cool. I actually want to build that. I wanted to build, where's the build button? Ah. There's some weird banding on this cube here. There's probably weird banding on this cube too. Not as much, but I think it's because it's a flat plane. It doesn't really notice it. Oh, you can really see it. It's got some sharp crispies going on here. So, big slam. This is an interesting case study. So, we're looking at the floor. We're looking at the floor, but we've hit like 50 FPS. Camera frustum culling is going to be a lot less, right? Because right now it doesn't have to calculate what's casting a shadow, because all the objects relevant to the game world are in the frustum right now. But if we push the camera past objects to a point at which we've got calculated shadows, some real-time dynamic effects, it has to think, I guess, about what not to cull. Maybe that's why it's a performance drop. This is a performance drop too, and I don't know why. That's pretty cool. They're all the way out there in the distance. But you can still see them all blinking away, doing the movements. Hey. You can still see the glowing ones, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah. don't know, I'm yawning so much. I slept. I've been asleep. What are we gonna do with this technology, though? That's the big question. Whoa! Looking at a fucking default cube at 40 FPS. Hello, Unreal Engine. Yes, it's me. Beef PC McBeefington. That's my name. Can we still add BSB? No. BSP is dead. But I saw it somewhere. Oh, but hang on. We have brush editing tool right here. So what? Wait. What? So we can edit BSP, but we cannot place BSP? I don't get it. Make sense, man. Oh. Oh. Oh, spacebar to draw a vertex. Okay. Okay. That's the wonky ass, this fucking box brush. No. No. Can I yeah, I'm sorry. No. Can I this is not enough and also too much power all at the same time. Yeah, like if we go to edit. Oh, it snaps it to the grid. Alright, okay. But sometimes you just want to make a box, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to have to finagle with snapping shit to a grid. Hooray. There it is. Some BSP. So you can make BSP. You can edit BSP. But there are no more BSP shapes that you can just drag in. Which leads me to my first feature request, Epic Games. If you're gonna still support BSP geometry in your engine, please, at least a cube. At least a cube. If not a cylinder. There's just some shapes that take too long to make. Like, I don't see the problem with having, like, I see no problem. Okay, this is obviously gonna backfire on me the second I say it, but I see no problem in a modern game engine ditching BSP altogether. Okay, BSP geometry was a rudimentary form of 3D optimization in like the mid 90s, right? Okay, it's not really relevant for modern games. They don't have the same kind of hardware restrictions, and they don't have the same kind of, even like the conceptual problem of why we use a BSP and why a BSP is fast. We've moved to a point in which games don't even live in the same space as that problem anymore. So Unreal, you saw how far we could get away from this, and it still rendered, and it was still, you know, around 60 FPS, right? It was still pretty crispy, right? We were all the way out in fucking the back end and beyond. Now, normally, say, considering CSGO, that would be a 3D skybox, right? The skybox would be a tiny 3D asset already, and it wouldn't be far away. It would just be small. And it would kind of generate the illusion using parallax and like the environment. It would map the 3D zone onto a new 3D zone, and it would only render out of the 2D plane where it was placed. And it was fast because one, the models were small, and therefore they had small light maps, which means rendering was faster, building the game was faster, etc. There it is. Rendering in the game wasn't any faster. It was faster to build because of lighting. Costs lighting was all pre-calculated. BSP was one of the things that BSP does well is vis leaf culling. So in Unreal, in the Epic game engine, Unreal Engine 4, and I'm pretty sure 3, and almost certainly 5, you have camera frustum culling, which is it won't render anything off screen. Okay, small exception. You know, there are shadows and lighting here which are being rendered from off screen, so there's obviously some extra wizardry going on in Unreal Engine 5 to make that happen. But in Unreal Engine 4, something's off screen, or if you can't see its importance volume, more importantly, I guess, it wouldn't render. So if you had a box that was behind a wall and you were looking at that wall, the box isn't in your game instance. The idea of the box is in your game instance, but your GPU doesn't have to render it. Your CPU doesn't have to create a draw call for it. And the same thing is true in BSP, but it doesn't use the camera frustum at all. It does not scan the camera frustum ever. What it does is it works out, it asks the player where the player is stood. And from that position, it asks the world map, the binary space partition file, specifically. From this visleaf, which is what an area of the map is going to be called, what other visleaves can we see? And from that list of visleaves, it will render those visleaves. And when you move to a new visleaf, it will recalculate what you can see, render them to the game instance. So it's like camera frustum culling, but it's based on larger blocks. It happens less frequently, and it's not as dynamic. It's a very static kind of system to have in a game. It doesn't matter. It's good. It's fine. There's plenty of good games that run on game engines that use BSP and weird crap like that. I don't think, and see this kind of thing here. I want this. I don't want this to be called BSP, right? I just want some easy to use editable geometry in my engine so I can block something out real quick, right? I don't like using the cubes and the floor planes because they don't have tiling UVs. That's the only thing a BSP brush has really that I care about in terms of block out. Is that if you apply a material to this, the UV resolution of this is taken into account, and it's two triangles on a box, and if you want the UV resolution to be different, you have to change it in the material, whereas this is the opposite. It's a box inside two how do I explain this? I don't even completely understand how or why it happens. But if I drag a tiling texture onto this, it will tile. If I drag a tiling texture onto this, it will just stretch. Okay? And it's to do with the UV coordinates of the object. And because this doesn't have... Do we even have the UV edit tools here somewhere? Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. No, we don't. Right. So it's yeah, it's to do with that, and you can yeah, it's just a nice tool for people who don't do 3D work to be able to block out a map or a world or a building or whatever somewhat easily, somewhat without the frustration of using Blender or another 3D software. And yeah, I appreciate the ability to make geometry like this. I don't really care if the geometry is BSP or is abstract from BSP, but I would like definitely a vertex-based geometry input and editing panel maintained in Unreal Engine, and it is kind of, but they've removed all of the default brushes, right? So if anyone wants to make a plugin to add default brushes to UE5, I want that. Can we? Here we go. Yeah, here we go. I was searching for materials, so you can pan the texture up or down or left or right. You can rotate the texture, you can flip the texture, you can scale the texture, you can change the light map resolution, light mass, brush settings. Oh look! Bro! Oh! Here they are. And here they are. It's a D20. Right? Tetrahedron. Actually looks kind of different, doesn't it? That's got too many faces. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. No, you don't. You have no idea how happy I am. Wow. It's very stripy. It's very smooth. Check you out. That's pretty legit. Okay, I'm completely absolved of any worries that I had about there being a BSP engine Well, it would be nice if the builders were just there. There's so much space. There's so much space in this panel for brush editing that you could just have all of this information, maybe. This is the valve square. It's a 256 unit cube with 64 unit walls. It's hollow. This is how you make CS:GO prototype skyboxes. I'm gonna leave it there. Boom. Yeah, so okay. So there is a cube generator. You just gotta make a random BSP shape before you can access that. It looks like. And you can convert them to static meshes, maybe without the light map turning to fucking potatoes. I'll check it out. The light map didn't turn into potatoes. So I had a problem when I was making Bubble Man. I converted a whole bunch of the BSP geometry into mesh geometry instead of BSP geometry. Right? How's going? Oh shit. Oh, it has no collision. We could put a point light in there. Anyway, I converted a whole bunch of BSP into just regular geometry. And the light maps just went flipped upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you how I became the prince of a town called... Wait, hang on. So the light maps got turned into potatoes, basically. And I had to... you have to go into the UV and you got to change settings about the light map. In fact, there are no shadows on this that wouldn't be affected by the light map. The ones that I had in game were like fully black, even when they were lit like completely. Can I just add like a shape? I just want to see it with a shadow on it. That's beautiful. That's so much better than Unreal Engine 4. It's just handled it. It's just handled it. I don't know what to tell you. That's perfect. It's beautiful. So that's given me a nice tool if I ever need to do any BSP work. Great. PSVR home has tried to boot. I can see it. Hey, what's this? Oh. All these boyos who do miniature painting like real high level Gundam stuff. When they have the little dudes in the hangar, and they're like 1:100 scale. The smallest model I ever painted was 1:72, and that was hard enough. All right. Imagine doing a 1:144 scale person. I'm expecting it to look good. Yeah, stat GPU, we can see what's causing all that performance overhead. Yeah, it's shadow projection. The shadow projector. Nanite depth, absolutely nothing. Lumen radiance cache, nothing. Lumen reflections, crap all. Unaccounted. Unaccounted? Lumen scene lighting, temporal super resolution. Okay. I don't know that it is shadow projection that's causing our highs here. No, it almost certainly is, isn't it? A lumen screen probe gather. Every time the scene updates, that goes up. So that's not too bad. Oh, what's that? Slate UI? Y'all gotta fuck off. There ain't no Slate UI here. Why are you rendering? GPU scene update. Okay, GPU scene update. Lumen scene lighting. So nanite might be nice and efficient, but lumen is just beauteous, not efficient. Efficient enough, but it's not. Unaccounted, we got to 10 milliseconds on unaccounted, please. GPU, you okay? You on fire in there? So yeah, shadow projection looks like shadow projection, lighting, and reflections. So yeah, the three things that usually cost. Oh, there is no stat CPU, okay. Oh my god, it's 3 p.m. Yeah, we'll make an actor, sure, why not? Springy arm. Offset at end of spring arm. Use this instead of a relative offset of the attached component to ensure the line trace works as desired. Offset start of spring applied in world space. Use if you want a world space offset for the parent component instead of the usual relative space offset. Okay. Engine input. I feel like every time I make an axis on the left right, I have to invert it like 8 times before it's the right way around. So this is gonna be D. A. Mouse Y. No. Just mouse Y. No! Fuck off. Mouse X. Yeah? That seems right. Uh, nope. Yeah, right, Vector. It's only taken me 5 projects, but I think I know how to do this now. I think I'm good at setting up controls. And I think this should be set up as default for any project that you start Unreal, really. I mean, it is if you, add controller your input. There it is. That's all you need. Project settings. Default. We can't change this. GM discovery. Game session user player controller. PC game controller. And default pawn class is main character? And then project settings, GM discovery. No way you can't change the default, right? It seems... Bro, I did it! Check it out! Fucking third person cam. Bitch. Yeah, I don't like how the TAA is like drawing after image of the box. That's messed up, man. But yeah, that's pretty cool. The box doesn't have any collision, does it? Being lit by the beautiful green cube there. Thank you. Oh, we don't have any we have any pitch. And I think that's because in the viewport we didn't set it to use the control rotation, yeah. It is inverted though. So Y is plus and no. I can't deal with that. Ugh. Yeah, so not much has changed. But yeah, we can look up the Lumen Lumen console commands, can't we? Lumen technical details. Here we go. Okay, we got some. Ha! Let's see what we got. I think that did anything. Where's the output log? So it's r.lumen. Oh. Right. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that completely disables all the rendering of the reflections. That's pretty intense. Okay, so Lumen is actually software ray tracing. It's the new software ray tracing for Unreal. And this isn't something they talked about. They weren't like, it's ray tracing. But I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? R dot temporal AA. Two. I don't know that it's any better. It's still very grainy. I don't see anything happening here. Uh, oh, what did I even come for? Render settings. It's here, right? There is no nanite going on here at all. It's on. It's fun. He's a speedy boy. Uh... Cinematic viewport. Ah. I can't find it. I can't find it. Where's the quality settings gone? Ah, maybe. Dude, we're on Epic. Screw it. I don't need a PC anymore. Is it much better? It is a little bit better, yeah. There's still some weird bounciness on that fucking on that ray tracing. There's still all that graininess too. I don't get it. I mean, I get it. The TAA isn't very good. Good. I'll stop. This is cinematic preview quality. Just so you know, if you're making a car advert in Unreal, you got some work to do, I'm afraid. You got a cheeky amount of work to do. That looks real crusty. So this is the performance mode that consoles will be running on, right? So if I release the game for the Nintendo Switch Pro, not too bad. There is still a lot of noise from the ray tracing. Let me just show you what I mean, right? This is probably going to kill my PC doing this, right? But you saw how there's like a graininess to these materials, right? There is actually no grain in the material. The material is just one color. So if I boot up Quake 2 RTX really quickly, I can show you what I mean. So, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection now available. Blah blah blah. Capcom Arcade apparently garbage. Quake 2 RTX. There it is. Play. This is obviously not on the same engine. That's not good. Oh yeah. This is what it does if you don't have an RTX card installed. There we go. Yeah, whatever. Easy game, easy game. I just want to show you about ray tracing in real time on modern video. RTX. I understand that this is going to be hard to stream, but it looks beautiful, right? It looks ray traced. The lights are all dynamic. Once again, forgive me the frame rate. But if we go down to where is it? Denoiser. And we turn the denoiser off. And this is the raw input from the ray tracing now. So we get this. So what you see is there's not actually a lot of pixels being traced. God, let me tell you about playing Quake 2 in a museum. Is that any better? I don't know. Probably not. But basically, you get this noisy picture, and I don't know. I had it set up differently before. Yes. Please just crash my GPU. It's fine. No, I don't even care. I can't even see OBS right now. But you see all the noise, and basically you have a denoiser algorithm to deal with this normally. And yeah, so this actually looks a lot better than I remember it looking with the denoiser on, with the denoiser off. Like I remember some of the textures being absolute garbage. Anyway, playing Quake is for another day, I think. Yeah, that a lot of drop frames. Big apologies. But that's kind of the effect that we're seeing here, where the ray tracing. In fact, do we have a denoiser? Yeah, here we go. Oh, shadow denoiser. Set to 2 at the moment. We could set it to 3. So basically, this effect here and the grain on the material is a combination of me pressing the wrong buttons. I don't even care anymore. So it's a combination of the denoiser and the temporal anti-aliasing. What have we got here? Ah, SSR experimental denoiser. I don't know. Need to read the docs, maybe read the manual about that. But basically, the bounce lighting, the shadows, all this lighting. It said actually, the only things that were covered by Lumen were static meshes, instant static meshes. And while that is a static mesh, it is not a static mesh, right? It's a dynamic. It's an actor. So that theoretically shouldn't be lumened, but it is somehow. Look at it. Receiving lighting from. Why? I'm not even tired. Apparently I am. Apparently I am. Anyway. We'll have to look into the temporal anti-aliasing settings and stuff. Could probably just bring up Chrome. UE5 TAA setting. Okay, so wait, what? Where's it go? I need that. I need that. It's r.postprocess AA quality. There it is. 6. Oh, it's still bopping around. Please. Right, okay, 0 is actually bad. See, it settles on this. And then we need, what was it? Denoiser? This is the slowest temporal AA. Huh. Let's see what it does. Now is there the option to not use lumen and nanite? I wonder. Oh, 404 page not found. docs.unrealengine.com/5. Does not exist yet. We previewing on Android right now. Oh boy. Boy, doesn't Android have RTX yet? Come on. Oh, this is DirectX 11 OpenGL 4.3 Plus PS4 Xbox One. I thought Unreal Engine was D3D. I thought it was Unreal Engine 5. Oh, it's 5.0. Okay, I'm sorry. Lumen technical details. Importing large single meshes are not expected to work with Lumen. Right. Oh, this is the exact thing that I was reading, except for it wasn't on Epic's website. It was on Nanites generated proxy mesh. It's kind of garbage, not gonna lie. Like, it's fine. It's fine. You'll never see it. Limitations, translucent performance. Here we go. That's just how it be. Look at this mad lad with his fucking 8K monitor. No one's got a screen this big. Nobody. Bro, those distant mountains. Bro, I need I need those distant mountains. Nanite could use a bit of a clear up there. Okay. World building features. World partition. Cool. Full body IK? Control rigs available for 4. Motion warping is available for 4. Oh my god. You watched me get the plugin like 8 months ago. Chaos Physics is back. A lightweight physics simulation solution available in Unreal 5, built from the ground up. Good. Dude, it's like 4 PM. I want to play some video games. I want to play some video game. No async physics test. Show me the GIF. Show me the GIF. Then show me the GIF. GIF does not load. Ooh. Okay. So you can disable Lumen. You can just turn it off. That's nice. We got some good. We got Linux fucking sharing a box with Windows. That's dangerous there, buddy. That's dangerous. We got SDKs from everybody. Except for... I don't see Twitch. I don't see Twitch. I see Steam, VR, and Steam. I see HoloLens, Xbox One, and Windows. This could have been compressed. Cool. I didn't learn anything. I learned one thing. You can turn Lumen off. And you can just have regular UDK stuff, I guess. Okay. So, this is the exact same Skysphere that they've been using forever. Anyway, so with this in mind, I think the next project that we go out onto will be... gonna have to at least start it in 4. Because, yeah, I thought this was a bit closer to shipping ready than it is. Yeah. I'm warm, and I don't really want to do any dev. I got burnt out in Cuddle Gem. I did what, 11, 10 and a half, 11 hours straight, making the whole game basically. Absolutely redonkulous. So anyway, that's it for the dev portion of the stream. Hope you enjoyed this little sneaky peeky. It's not really a sneak peek. Unreal Engine is free to download for everybody now, I believe. You just go to the yes. You just yes. You just go to Epic, go to UE5, and you just download it. And that's as simple as it needs to be. So I'm gonna go grab a drink, a can of Pepsi or something tasty, a bit of caffeine, and we'll play some Dragon's Dogma because I'm not over it. And I know we have near build, but fuck what's build. I'm playing Dragon's Dogma today, okay? So I'll see you in a moment. Once we've all gotten drinks, I'm gonna have to actually hang my laundry up as well. I have laundry in, so maybe a few minutes. So just, I don't know, chill out, talk amongst yourselves, get your own drinks, do your own laundry. I don't care. I'll be back shortly enough. I'll see you then.